Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and here we are at Iowa. I might have missed out on last year's race because of 24 hours of Le Mans, but I will be here to watch this year's race. Also, Austin Hill will not be in this race as he got suspended. His replacement for Iowa is Austin Dillon. Dang it! It should have been Kyle Busch. He would have made more sense in the number 21 car. But anyways, this year's Iowa Xfinity Series race begins with Zillisch and Jesse battling for the lead. Jesse Love manages to have an impressive jump while Zillisch is right on his tail. Both drivers have an intense battle for the lead, and the caution just came out as Austin Dillon, who is filling in for Austin Hill, got involved with Ryan Sieg. Dang it! Even when the race just began, we still can't avoid an Austin Dillon caution. But to be fair, Kyle Busch was no better at Iowa as he crashed during practice. Sheesh. Kyle Busch is not having any luck, man. But anyways, the caution ends with Zillisch and Jesse continuing to battle for the lead, and just like that, Zillisch jumps the lead. Wow, he's only 18 and he's already beating the best of them. Meanwhile, Harrison and Dye battle for 8th. That's Daniel Dye, by the way. It's spelled like D-Y-E, okay? Don't get any morbid thoughts, okay? His name is spelled differently. Also, Josh Williams had just been released from Colic Racing and Carson Hocevar is driving his car. Chastain got past Hocevar. Justin Allgaier just got past Sheldon Creed for 10th. Meanwhile, Zillisch starts getting past lap traffic. Not even lap cars can slow him down. The two Carsons battle for 6th. Harrison Burton just got loose and had to back off. Good move, man. Good move. Sam Mayer and Ross Chastain battle for 3rd. He manages to get past Mayer. Connor Zillisch manages to win the first stage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Iowa. Our first race off pit road begins, and Jesse Love wins the race off pit road. I hope Zillisch gets past him. And Zillisch had to start in the rear. Dang it! But anyways, the second stage begins with Jesse Love jumping to the lead, and Chastain is right behind him. Zillisch starts moving for the field. Chastain manages to get past Love for the lead. Holy crapper, he might win this one. And the caution just came out as Ryan Ellis lost control. Hopefully this will get Zillisch a chance to move up to the top 5. But anyways, the caution ends with the Melon Man himself continuing to lead. Contact ensues with Allgaier and Zillisch. Oh man, Zillisch just got loose when he tried to run down Daniel Dye. Jesse Love fell back to 7th and is no longer a threat to Chastain. The Melon Man manages to win the second stage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Iowa, and it's his first stage win in the Xfinity Series since 2020. Our next race off pit road begins, and BJ, not BJ McLeod, that's Brandon Jones by the way, or Brad Muffin Jones, wins the race off pit road, but I'm sure that Michael Bruce must have some more clever nickname for him. Despite this, he had to drop to the back as he got penalized for going too fast off pit road again. But anyways, the third and final stage begins with Chastain continuing to lead. Just when Gray is running down the Melon Man, another caution came out and DT and Day both get involved in it. That's Dean Thompson, by the way. But anyways, the caution ends with Chastain continuing to lead. Zillisch is now in 7th. Holy crapper, nothing can stop him. And he's in 3rd now. Mason Macy just got into the wall and blew a tire. Even with 74 to go, Chastain continues to lead. Sammy Smith comes down to pit road to make his pit stop while Gray and Chastain stay out. And Daniel Dye causes the next caution. This means that Gray and Chastain will most likely pit under yellow. He blew a tire and hit the wall. Several drivers come down to pit road and it's close, but BJ manages to win the race off pit roader, Brad Muffin Jones. Wait, what? The race restarts with Allgaier managing to overtake BJ for the lead, and then all of a sudden, Jesse is now in the lead, and just like that, another caution came out as Allgaier lost control. Hopefully Zillisch will get a chance to pass Jesse next time around, but anyways, the sudden caution ends with Mayer and Jesse battling for the lead. Jesse manages to clear Mayer, but he won't go down without a fight. And just like that, D Burrito just wrecked out. A caution was thrown even though it was delayed. Dang it, NASCAR, he was a hazard to the track. Call freaking caution. He's got damage and he's leaking oil. Yeah, especially when you start leaking oil on the track itself, as I've mentioned previously. During the caution, we would get an interview from the crew chiefs at Zillisch and Sam Mayer, but anyways. The race eventually restarts with Sam Mayer jumping to the lead. Jesse pushes Zillisch up high during the restart, and there's near contact, but Mayer continues to lead. DT goes over the pits as he blew a tire. Chastain manages to get past Harrison for third, but it might be too late as Mayer is a little over a second ahead. On the final lap, Sam Mayer managed to take the win, and the race ended under a caution. Ugh. I hate it when that happens. But anyways, the race gets an 8 out of 10 for Ford. The race gets an 8 out of 10 for Ford's first win in the Xfinity Series of 2025. Yeah, about time they won. And Sam Mayer managed to break his 1-year-long winless streak. Impressive if you ask me, as HFT is not the best team right now. Especially when Gene Haas has some rather questionable things going on with him right now, especially when he's known for tax evasion. That is if you believe that, though. But anyways, here's the bonus content for you. Bonus content time, yeah. I decided to get myself the Lego Ferrari 499p. Surprised they haven't made it as a full-size set yet, which is pretty odd. Like, it's the only time where I believe that they have a Lego set of a Speed Champions set that hasn't been released yet. That is despite the fact that the Ferrari 499p is a multi-time Le Mans winner. Because no one could even come close to beating it, not even Toyota. Hope Ford shows up. Here we go, there's instructions. Yeah, this is a missed opportunity to make a full-size set of the Ferrari 499p. Yeah, ironically enough, it's the winning car from last year. And it's in the same video where I was forced to skip the race because of Le Mans. Funny how things go, right? Here we go. Ferrari. Yeah. In case you're wondering about some people complaining about the V12 from the Ferrari the V6 from the Ferrari F80. Well, it's not a normal V6. Like, I hate it when people compare it to a standard V6, like the V6 you get in a mid-size car. Although I do like mid-size cars with V6s, but this is just any normal V6. This is the same V6 engine in the Le Mans winning Ferrari 499p, and it's cool to have it in a road car. Like, it is really amazing. Even Lewis Hamilton said it was one of the fastest cars ever. Although, that is if you count the Chevy Corvette ZR1X. But that car isn't released yet. You can't really judge a car that hasn't been fully realized yet. Yeah, it's still in the pre-production phase, so give it time. Although, love to see someone like Kyle Larson or Pato O'Ward drive it one. I love to see what they think about it. Definitely be the kind of car that Kyle Larson would love, because he's always commenting about NASCAR Cup Series cars. Yeah, like he's always commenting about NASCAR Cup Series cars should have 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, and this ZR1X is 1,200 horsepower. He should certainly like it for sure. It's all-wheel drive. Although 1,000 horsepower in a rear-wheel drive racing car is kind of dangerous. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh no, stickers, really? You couldn't have printed them on. This is a frickin' Polybag set, and you couldn't print on some frickin' pieces. Like, this is cost cutting at its worst, man. Still a cool set though. Just wish that Ferrari would have, well, I mean, Lego would have a full-size Ferrari 499p. It'll go great with the other hypercars, especially the Porsche 963. The Ferrari 499p is an amazing machine. Yeah, guess what? Got some more. Got some more to do. Yeah, it's a prancing horse, someone. Yeah, and Ferrari. Yeah, like they're trying to sue anyone with a prancing horse on the can. Because I understand why, since the prancing horse is such an iconic logo to Ferrari. It is the logo that sets Ferrari apart from the other sports car manufacturers, and the whole angle of how they sell their cars is unique. Instead of most manufacturers racing to sell cars, Ferrari sells cars to race. And they do a good job at it. They sell a lot of iconic sports cars. Yeah, just be glad that you got a V6 in the Ferrari F80. It is the same V6 that you get in the 499p. And we got another sticker to deal with. More stickers. More stickers. Yeah, this car, ironically enough, is the same number as the Dale Coyne Racing Indy cars and the Rick Ware racing cars. 51. Yeah, and any NASCAR fan will tell you that 51 isn't usually, well, the 51 cars are usually the best that there is. But the World of Le Mans is a number for the iconic Ferrari car, though I don't know why Ferrari would use the 51 in the Formula 1 efforts. Probably because Lewis Hamilton is known for the 44. It's his iconic number. And ironically enough, Chase Briscoe managed to win at Pocono. He's a Ford driver who switched to Toyota, and the Mercedes driver who switched over to Ferrari hasn't even won a race yet. Even though it's much bigger news because, well, Lewis Hamilton is a world freaking champion. And you'd think that he would do better in Ferrari, but surprisingly, he doesn't. Like, I really feel bad for Lewis Hamilton not doing well in Ferrari. Yeah, and it came as a shock. It's kind of like Mark Scaife going over to Ford, or Richard Childress Racing suddenly deciding to move over to Toyota, or Hendrick suddenly making the jump to Ford. It's absolutely crazy. But despite the move to Ferrari, Lewis Hamilton has yet to win a race at Ferrari. Yeah, you're supposed to say it like that, Ferrari. Yeah. And Ferrari has a lot of rules to follow when you own their cars. Which I understand, because Ferrari is very overprotective about their brand heritage. Yeah, Ferrari has a brand heritage like no other. And they want to protect it as much as they can. It is the Ferrari way. I like Ferrari cars, but the way that you have to buy a Ferrari is kind of like trying to own a house by the Homeowners Association. Yeah, Ferrari would even try to sue you if you paint your car, so be careful. Yeah. Shoot, I got it wrong. I'm sure that Ferrari won't be too happy about that. They want things to be perfect. Yeah. Yeah, and Enzo Ferrari. Yeah, like Ferruccio Lamborghini actually fixed one of the Ferrari Grand Tourers by improving the clutch, but Enzo Ferrari said this to him. Yeah, he said, well, the problem isn't the clutch, it's you. You're the problem. You don't know how to drive a Ferrari. And I believe he said something like, why don't you just go back to tractors and we can continue selling sports cars. Yeah. That's how Lamborghini was created, because Ferruccio Lamborghini is pretty upset at what Enzo Ferrari said about him. Yeah, and that's understandable, because Ferrari is all about protecting the legacy of their brand. Hopefully this will be the last sticker piece. Oops, wrong piece. There. Now we got another piece of it a piece. The weight is... Oh, shoot. There we go. There it is. Just gotta get the wheels on. And we're done. Oh, there it is. It's a Ferrari 499P. Le Mans winner. It's a shame we don't get a larger set of this. It's a really cool car and it rolls pretty well. So what more can you ask for? Yeah, it's a nice desktop-sized Lego set. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. Since I didn't get to watch last year's Xfinity Series race at Iowa, I'm just going to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out. I did it 2 times because I did it by accident. Peace.